Hello everybody, welcome back. It's JudiciousFire, and I am here with Immortep. In fact, we're taking a trip into the past. This is why we have the black and white vid. This is why we're going to be looking at ancient Egypt. A long time ago, there was a gentleman by the name of Imhotep, and he was a architect. His design was to create an underground series of grain silos. It was to protect ancient Egypt in times of drought. It provided 7 years of food backup, and because of this, he was deified and turned into the Egyptian god Imhotep. Immortep from Castle Clash is based on this ancient figure. In fact, we're going so far into the past today to the realm of old school Castle Clash heroes that I've actually busted out the iPhone 5S just for this episode. So I hope you'll go on this journey with me and take a look at Immortep, fully maxed out in every way possible, but in a very special way, health-wise. It's like those grain silos that kept them fat and well in the times of drought. This Immortep is not going to have any problem when it comes to staying healthy. We have an Immortep at skill 10 Tenacity. That skill 10 Tenacity is giving him 230% extra health. We have a level 9 insignia of Vital Boon. That's going to give 120% extra health. We also have a level 7 healing ritual. It's going to raise his health by 70% in battle. And with every attack, successful attack, he's going to be getting 10% health regain. Let's take a look at his traits. Let's just soak that in for a moment. Not an easy thing to do. No, not an easy thing to accomplish. But I found, in the case of Immortep, a very easy thing to simply luck into. I was not trying to design a health, I'll be honest with you, a health-based Immortep. I was not rolling traits on Immortep. To use the superior trait cards, when I would come up with, say, a top, 25 list of heroes to use trait cards on, Immortep would not be one of them. But the unlocking feature, using merits, produced 2 matching 5s of health. Prior to this, and I still stick with this build, prior to this, I had a dodge Immortep. The normal traits were dodge. He's an older hero. He is prone to being one-shotted out of combat immediately. He's prone to dying to pretty much anything. Best if he dodges. But when I saw those 2 healths pop up, I said, let's do it. Let's take it back to the old school. Let's take it back to ancient Egypt. And let's give Immortep as much health as is humanly possible. And that's what we're doing here today, and we're going to see how he functions. The health bonus, when everything is applied. Let's do health. Let's do... this is Merlin the cat. Excuse me. He is. We're talking about ancient grain silos, and it's getting him all excited. With the healing ritual, with the tenacity, with the vital boon, he is going to be coming in around, and then I have a funny story to tell you. He's going to be coming in around 6-something million health. Yes, over 6 million health. In and around that range. Okay, first part of the story here. First part of the story is that we have some really, just in general in Castle Clash, we have game modes, specifics about this game, its characters, that are never explained to us in any way. And it's really up to the community to figure these things out. I don't know why it's so secretive. You think it would be like a government experiment of some kind. No, it's just simply Castle Clash. There's no instruction manual. As we leap from game mode to game mode, in some of those different game modes, Immortep will have varying health. That health will change based on a variety of either game modes or play factors. I think the most obvious one of these would be the base bonus. I think it's something in Castle Clash, my 2 cents, that is not necessarily taken into account very often, especially when doing hero versus hero tests. Well, the base gives you something like a 45% bonus. Where are we? 45% defensive capability bonus. That defensive capability bonus is based on 2 factors, health and attack. So stronger attacker, healthier hero by 45%. That's whopping. That's a whopping difference and a whopping advantage defensively. You go into something like Arena, all of a sudden you've got another health multiplier, health adjustment. So Immortep's health is going to keep changing based on the game modes. Okay, that's one thing. Here's the second thing. I wanted to get a straight up answer on what this man's health was. Okay, when you apply all this stuff, what's his total health going to be? This is my question. Okay, so I did a series of, I did research, I looked around, I'm trying to watch videos, I'm going to forums, I'm doing search engine criteria, all this stuff. I'm putting out messages. I'm putting out my feelers into the community. Okay, I'm asking individuals on iOS. I'm asking individuals on the Android server. I'm going into the Line app. I'm going into these chat groups that look at DPS and the extreme minutia of this game. And the individuals who are parts of these groups, while they may not be mathematicians by trade, they could certainly serve as mathematicians. Okay, these are very qualified folks. So I'm asking around. I'm asking the community. And I'm also asking one other individual, really entity. I asked IGG. I sent a series of screenshots, explanations showing these bonuses. And I asked IGG, and I got my answer today. Okay, I wouldn't wait for this video until I got my answer. I asked them, how much health? What's the total health of Immortep right now? Showed everything, every aspect. The response is as follows. Thank you for your inquiry. We appreciate your passion for the game. In response to your question, we suggest that you ask your friends in the game or go to our forum and ask the players there. Good day. So I got responses from a variety of people. I came up with a variety of answers, a variety of numbers. The one I go with right now in terms of his total health is going to be somewhere around that 6 million range. Now, when you got this bad boy on base and you got a number of things functioning in this game, and there's so many different things functioning. I mean, just look at the Warden system and how that can impact gameplay. And big shout out to Enigma in Endgame on iOS. He was kind enough to attack me in a variety of ways using Immortep. And attack Immortep in a variety of ways. Hit him with Snowstorm. Snowstorm doing a little bit of health-related damage, 10%. I think it's plus 1,000 attack, if I remember correctly. And we were factoring that and looking at that, what that 10% would be. Also knocking me with Succubus, who does strict health-based percentage damage. I don't care if you got a revive on her or if you got a War God. She's always going to be doing percentage-based damage with her skill activation upon an enemy that can suffer such a horrific strike. Okay, when he was all based out and all of these bonuses applied, blah, 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 The man was coming in at over 10 million health. Okay, succubus strike after skill activation after skill activation. And it was somewhere around that 52% of his health range. Okay, well, the guy was getting hit for 5+ million for a succubus skill activation. He was pumping out 10 million health. Unbelievable. So I'm going to call him the 6 million health man, but you can jack him up even further. Okay, there's a lot of different ways to build this guy. Before we go out into the field and give him some gameplay, I just want to say effective health versus total health. Okay, I got 100 health. I'm healthy. I get smashed in the head for 80. I take that full 80 damage. All I got is 20 health left. That's health. That's max health. Then there's effective health. Let's say I'm healthy. I got 100 health, but I got like a bulletproof jacket on. Okay, that's damage reduction, and that bulletproof jacket is going to reduce 90% of the damage that I take. Okay, let's say I get hit for 50. Okay, all of a sudden, 45 of that is being canceled. Well, I still have 95% health, 95 of my 100 health. Effective health is different than total health. This Immortep was designed to be as full of HP as humanly possible. That's why this setup. If I were going to take him out into the field specifically to kill off heroes and to remain alive, I would put a lot of damage reduction on him too. It would give him more effective health. I'd keep the Tenacity. That's 230% boost. Huge. No talent can touch that. But instead of the Vital Boon, I'm going to put on a Sacred Light. We'll try that, okay? And all of a sudden, while he doesn't have cumulatively as much health, as much HP, when he gets hurt, he's going to lose a ton less. And the health that he has is going to last longer. It's going to be more effective. It's going to make him a better hero. So there's total health and there's effective health. There is a real benefit in this game in general with mixing health and damage reduction. Okay? A super healthy hero isn't going to last as long as one that's, just top tier healthy, but with some damage reduction. One more thing, and then we're gonna hit the gameplay. Life drain. Life drain is directly linked to the health on our hero. Okay, all jacked out with the 10 and 10 tenacity and all these health bonuses. Okay, you look at his health bonuses right now. His real health is only 129,000. But we're adding 1.247 million just in crests. The crest bonus, which is the 90 and 900, adding that, not adding the 120% yet, no, but adding just that crest bonus, that insignia bonus, adding that all together in Destiny and Breakthrough and blah, blah, blah. The man's now at like 1.36. And that's the number you're working with when trying to factor health, okay? And then you're going to give him another bonus with the 230 from Tenacity. And you got that number, you put that aside. And then you do the base health again, the 1.36, times the 70% health boost from Healing Ritual, and then you put that number aside. And then you come back to his insignia, and you do that 120% times the 1.36 base, and then you put that number aside. And then you add all those numbers together in this equation, in this formula, and out pops an Immortep who's got roughly 6 million health, but you can jack this bad boy up to 10 based on the circumstances. All right. And I don't want a single comment from some know-it-all out there say, oh, you dropped a decimal point. I'm trying my best here. So between 6 and 10. is where you can take this guy. Let's see how he functions. Let's see how he functions totally maxed out health-wise. And let's see what happens. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Let's take him on a... Let's throw him in a dungeon and see if he actually lasts. Let's go to 4. Let's go to 4-9. All right, this centaur up here doesn't have a damage cap. If you can hit him for 10 million, it'll show you that you hit him for 10 million. He's also a pretty rough dude, and he's going to take you out in a swing or two. There's a whole bunch of stun towers down here. I would recommend freezing those up. If you want to go in from the left, you won't get stunned, but you're going to get a whole face full of Orcsbane and blah, blah, blah. But, ooh, we have an Immortep there, too. Okay, let's go. Immortep versus Multanica versus the giant centaur non-damage cap demon versus our friend Orc. Okay, he got stunned. He's out of stun. See what kind of punishment this man can take. This is no damage reduction now. Okay, he made it I don't know if I dropped immediately when the clock began, but let's call that about 20 seconds, give or take. Made it about 20 seconds. Let's give him another whirl and see if he's able to. Oh, sweet goodness. Oh, I have Paladin along for the ride to cancel the Warden system. So there's no augmentation health-wise in terms of extra heals and all this stuff, I don't even want Immortep's Saint Warden going off because it provides some damage reduction, I believe. Okay, about 15 seconds. Let's say between 15 and 20. Let's give him a little bit of damage reduction, and then let's see what there is in terms of difference. We can get this bad boy out of here. This screen is so small. Let's see here. Get you on my iPhone 5S. Taking it back to the day. I hear they're retiring this phone. This is like what they did with Immortep when they brought out Vlad Dracula. They said, "Oh, here's a whole new Immortep, Immortep 2.0." Broke my heart. See this ancient Egyptian god be retired, sent off to the countryside. I remember the very first time I saw Immortep. It was maybe like day 2 I was playing this game. My base was garbage. My heroes were garbage. I was raiding with a darn executioner and a couple of troops. And I saw an Immortep out there, and I saw what he did. I saw him start a ring of destruction and a sandstorming fire. And I was actually scared. I remember it like it was yesterday. I'm so impacted by the experience. I was scared of this hero. Sent a chill down my spine. And I thought to myself, I don't know if I'll ever get to a place in this game, in terms of my progress, where I'll be able to beat Immortep. So let's go for it. Going back, one more time, up against the man, but now with a Sacred Light. Same drop spot, see how long it lasts. Look at his health bar. Okay, check out this man's health bar. He is taking damage. We can see the strikes registering as repeated drops in health. But it's not going past the 20% bar. It's just that little bit. It's unbelievable. This is the reason why effective health, a mixture of health and damage reduction, making the health much more effective and longer lasting in combat. That's why this is always going to, I think, be the best combo in the game. Just straight up health, you can still get taken out by the right shot or a series of very quick repeated shots. Immortep with a life drain, he has to be directly attacking and repeatedly attacking in order to heal. The moment he's done killing this centaur and he starts walking to a building or to the next enemy, boom, he's dead by an auto proc hero in today's game. But a mix of health and damage reduction, really, really nice. So the argument, is there a better way to build longer lasting Immortep? You bet. But this was a health-based build, trying to get max health on a hero like Immo. I've got Rudolph on him for some heals. Why not? And let's go, let's try him on some raids. Okay, I have some theories. And we raid in different divisions, if you will. Every base, when I press the raiding button, every base that I encounter basically has the words "go away" written on it. Okay, it's always horrible. And attacking solely with Immortep, I don't know how successful we're going to be, but we're going to find out. We've got a whole bunch of flying monsters down here. We got an auto proc Phobos. I think he's going to meet an auto proc Skelly, auto proc Zeph. Immortep's going to be turned into lunch meat. I don't want to face an auto proc team. I want my Immortep to be able to at least get rolling and get going. There's a Minnow. That's fine. Okay, I thought Minnow was an auto proc hero. Okay, let's move in from the bottom right. All right, let's just check this out. So Immortep, at a minimum, even with the Sacred Light, which is only 30% difference, and it's when it's calculated in the way I explained earlier. A minimal difference, really. He's around 6 million health, but there are augmentations based on the varying game modes, and they are not explained to us. And when I asked for that information from the source, from the water well told me, go ask your friend, okay? Go to a soft drink machine. Stay away from me, is what the water well said. So anyway, this is my euphemism for IGG. How we doing? He got hit full on by Minnow and really hung in there. It's pretty nice. Another tidbit of trivia. I had to research this too. I found this under a rock guarded by a leprechaun. The skill of Immortep, it causes a stun. All right, now I knew this part. Only the very first time it triggers does it stun the enemy. Every other time that the Seth Whirl of Seth skill activation happens, there's not another stun. So it's just the first time that it activates. So if you get 10 skill activations like in a boss battle, you're only stunning the boss the very first time and no other time. I knew that. I knew that from the old days of boss. But what I didn't know is what the percentage chance was for all of this stuff in his skill to happen. His skill description reads, the Storm of Seth is what it's called. His skill, Storm of Seth, has the chance to stun and damage units. Well, what's the chance? And the chance is 20%. Okay, 20% chance of triggering, and he goes down. A 20% chance of triggering that initial stun. But he will be doing damage all the time with every basic attack and every skill activation. We'll do a couple raids using Sacred Light. If he's going out this quickly with Sacred Light, if I put the Vital Boon back on, he would get a smidgen more health. Yeah, sure. But he would die even more quickly. It's the effective health mixed with the damage reduction that's keeping him alive. This is brutal. Say Zeph teams, I gotta face all this nonsense. Oh, come on, Immortep. Oh, you know what I gotta do? I gotta send him through Arena. Okay, right after this, we're gonna put him through Arena, and we're gonna make an Immortep only team. We're gonna stick Paladin up in the corner God, it's vaporized. He's not a front-on attacker in today's game. Okay, we're not going to put him down. We're not going to say that he's lacking anything. We're going to say that he's specified. A specific hero for a specific task. Let's see what he does super, super well. Let's see if he can't be an arena champion and bring back a whole nother era in arena. This might change arena forever. He's slow as the dickens. So let's do this. I'm going to put... Let's change his pet. That'll help in arena. And I'm going to put Bublo on there for the speed boost that the movement speed boost that our buddy Bublo does. Okay, he's still got the Sacred Light. If it doesn't work well for him in arena, then I'm going to run Life Drain. And I'm going to run it head-to-head, like center lane with Life Drain. Okay, we got a new week in arena. Oh, we don't have a new week in arena. This is how much I do arena. I do it to test heroes. In a day, it'll be over, and I'm in rank 30,000. I don't think I've opened this thing up. Let's take on that Dove team. All right, fine. I got to form a team. Sweet goodness. All right, get all these guys out of here. And I want to put a Paladin in there to cancel the Warden system. All right. Good. All right, it's back in. We're going to take the Dove team on. Let's see what happens. Let's put Pally right up in the top corner. And we're going to put Immortep straight in the center, hoping he's going to bump into a bunch of bad guys. Let's do it. Come on, Immortep. This is what I wanted. Come on, Immortep. Show me what you can do, man. Maybe a Revite. Maybe to get that instant zap. You're going to need a Revite or something. And maybe it's just Dovekeeper. Look at Paladin. Yeah, man. Let me jump to this Vlad team. I don't want to change my setup and my strategy based on one or two battles, okay? You take the time to give it a try. It's like a science experiment. You know, base your conclusion on one or two trials. Look at that. There was a Skull Knight team. And it's an Anubis team. He fried every life on Anubis. Anubis has 3 revives. And he cooked Anubis that quickly. Oh my gosh. Okay. Rank 1 arena, here we come, baby. We are going to... It's got another Dove team. Let's take on this Wallet. No, let's take on this Commodore team. See what happens when we run Immortep versus Commodore. We've got and Ronin. I might need that Revite just to be able to get that instant. Oh my gosh. The instant fry cooker going. Man, look at him light up that crystal. Okay. Let's do a refresh. There's another Dovekeeper team. Let's take on a Dovekeeper team. Let's see how he does. This isn't Immortep's greatest hits video. This is realistic Immortep gameplay with an Immortep that happens to have... Come on over here, Merlin. With an Immortep that happens to have 6 to 10 million health, varying based on bonuses, stats, and the particular game environment. And we got blasted. But did you see it? Paladin, he didn't go anywhere. Let's move past... Let's try to get up through the ranks a little bit. Look at this. Okay, come on, Immortep. Pull it out, buddy. Do it for all the old schoolers. Do it for all the Shard Legend heroes. I remember looking at it. Oh, got killed. So close. Okay, I'm going to get you next time. I remember looking at that Shard cost for Immortep. Probably, third day. After I was so scared. It took me a day to recover from seeing Immortep. And then on the third day, I looked and saw I could buy him for shards. And it was something like, don't quote me, 7,500 shards. And I looked at the 40 shards a day I was earning. And I thought, okay. Let's see here. I want to take on. Do I have some? Yeah, I got some refresh. 193 refresh cards. Holy smokes! Let's get past this pack. Try to take on this non-breakthrough team just to get past this pack and get moving on down the ladder of the arena. Got to get deep into the arena. Oh, I got blasted again. What are we gonna do? Just take on this arena team. Maybe he's not designed for the arena. Oh, it's a Valen and all this stuff. All versus my one Immortep. Come on, Immortep. Get to that crystal, and we got it. He's going to do more damage than all these folks combined on that crystal. But he's getting all stunned up. Shoot. Come on, Immortep. What did I say? The damage capacity of this guy is unbelievable. Once he gets that thing going, once he gets that bad boy cooking. Speaking of, let's do that switch. Let's do that Revite. We'll run him in arena 1 or 2 more times. Then we'll throw on a life drain, and then we out. Let's go to Chris. And we're going to go with our friend, the old Revite. This is like the old days of arena. Well, you put Succubus in there. You had to have a Cupid. If you're lucky, you got an Ares. Ares broke the game. Everything went south after Ares was released. A lot of people, you know what I mean. When they put out Gunslinger, it was time to hang up your spurs. Whole game dynamic changed. Made base rating impossible. Let's go into Arena. And we're going to let's take on a Dove team. Let's do it. We're going to take on the biggest bully on the schoolyard, Dovekeeper. Oh, he got his skill activation off. Oh, he got frozen by Lazulix and all this. Oh my gosh. He's not gonna be able to make it against Laz and the whole gang. Okay, let's try him against Athene. Come on, give me a card. Alright, there we go. Try him with the Revite one more time. And then we'll try him with that life drain. The higher his total health, the more effective the life drain will be. And at level 9 as an insignia, life drain is giving you 20% health rejuvenation per hit. I guess I'll take on this Storm Eater team. All these teams look brutal versus my one Immortep. They all look brutal. Okay, here we go. Right down the center. I'm taking on Mike, Anubis. How am I going to do? Come on. Come on, Immortep. He's not dying. He hung in there at least. Okay. We didn't get a win, but he didn't die. Rosaline team? Shoot. Let's take it out. Okay, let's go into screen. Let's put in a rocking the old school. And we put in a life drain. 20%. That's horrible. Let's do it. Okay, let's go into our friend Rosaline. It's going to be tough. It's going to be... And Cosmo. I don't understand these Castle Clash players. I don't understand these folks. Everybody I faced in the arena, you got all these new heroes. You got all these top tier heroes. That's cheating. That's cheating. You got to do it with old school Shard Legend. It's how I've been doing it all these years now. Man, he's all stunned up. He's all paralyzed. He's frozen. He's comatized. All right. Let's go back in here. Let's do the old, what can we run? Let's try a 6. But maybe not 610. There's too many horrific beasts in the center of 610. If you're having trouble with 610, I did a 610 video, I don't know, maybe 20 videos back. Did maybe 5 different ways that you can beat it pretty quick. Okay, remember he's got the life drain. It's not the effective health mixed with damage reduction in health, but it is a health recovery, and that can be helpful. And I might need to switch to Eulafant. Let's do that. Sorry for the delay. There's so much stun going on in the Insane series that poor Immortep can't handle it. He has absolutely no stun reduction, no stun immunity, no way to mitigate stun at all. If he so much as sees stun, the man becomes frozen. I say again, effective health. I would much rather have a 6 million health Immortep with huge damage reduction than a 6.8 million or 7 million health with no damage reduction. 2 or 3 shots, a man can be killed. So we do that. Let's go back in here and let's run it again. But now with Eulafant. Did I stick Eulafant on him? No, I still didn't do that. Sorry. Okay. I have the Sacred Light on there, but at the same time, I also want to put Eulafant to reduce the possibility of him getting completely stun locked. Eulafant upping dodge and giving you that chance, the chance to up the dodge and to remove a stun. Okay, that looks pretty brutal. But let's try it. Okay, we're going to drop Immortep in here. Let's hope he doesn't get completely stun locked. All right, let him cook at these dragons. Well, we need a heal, man. He doesn't have any healing capability with Eulafant. That's trouble. Okay, so where you have to make a little switches and adjustments. Man has no healing capability because I'm trying to keep him stun free. If I use something like an Iron Will, the darn thing only lasts 20 seconds. And then he's back to being stunned again. It's pretty much ineffective. Unless you're running a smash 'em up dungeon team with Pumpkin Duke. You could do a dungeon in 10 seconds. But we're not doing that here. So let's do this. Let's put the life drain back on him with Eulafant. See how he does. We'll start to bring this video to a close. This blast into the past. Into ancient Egyptian lore. Let's go into our friend here. Okay. Eulafant. Level 9 life drain. Level 10 tenacity. Level 7 healing ritual. All traits health. 6+ million total health. Maybe not now with the life drain, because that does not have a health bonus. It will give you health back through healing, and it will also give you a significant insignia health addition due to the insignia bonus, but it does not have a health modifier like Sacred Light does at 90% at level 9. And that could be another option as well. You know, if I were running this build and I wanted absolute, like perfect kind of effective health, I would go with probably a level 10 Sacred Light. Going to give you the health bonus. Going to give you a monstrous damage reduction, making any health you have more effective. And then as an insignia, run Tenacity, Vital Boon, Vigorous Fury, Life Drain, those types of things. But I wanted max health, the number itself. And, you know, we're not doing too poorly. Look at him knocking out his worst enemy is himself. Atlanticore's Deflect. Oh, that could kill off most heroes. Look how well he's doing. All right, come on, man. Hang in there. Okay, he's about to get hit by 5 heroes. You can do it. What's he going to heal for? Remember, he has no healing capability at all other than the life drain. He just healed for 1,000,000. Okay? Keep in mind how these numbers vary based on game mode. We are in the dungeons right now. He healed for 1,000,000. He's healing for 1,000,000 some. The 20%. Well, 20% plus 1,000,000 of 1,000,000 some. Excuse me. Let's say it's 6,000,000. 20% of that would be 1,000,000 some. And remember, he loses a little bit of health because he's running a life drain crest. He loses a big deal of the health modifier. Okay, there was 1,000,000 heal just now. He's a healing machine. I love it. There's a beauty, and I'll wrap it up in a minute. There is a beauty. There is an artistry in simplicity. Something that is simple and easy to use that you can pick up and go. There's a real artistry to that. Making something extremely complicated doesn't prove that you're an artist. Making something simple and easy for everybody to use, that's the test of true artistry. The early heroes in this game had an artistry to them because they were pick up and go. They were easier to use in the sense that you could make more sense of them. Their skill descriptions weren't these multi-paragraphs of such horrific minutia and so many multi-dimensional facets that you have to factor for. There weren't 30 talents and insignia choices and all of these varying levels of personalizing and individualizing a hero. I'm not saying it was a better time. I'm saying there was an artistry to it. And in that simplicity, there was a ton of fun to be had. Running that old school, and then I'm done. I'm reminiscent. Running that old school, it was probably ordinary. Last one, eat. Second to last one, because the last one didn't give you enough shards. 40 shard. Running that 40 shard dungeon. If you wanted shards in this game, maybe first year of the game. Okay, I'm approximating. If you wanted shards in this game, this was your number 1 shard producer. This was your number 1 resource. Dungeon 8, level 15. Because you had the capacity or the possibility to acquire 40 shards. Now, you only had a chance, and you could only run, if I remember correctly, it was 5 dungeons at a time. There was this big dungeon boost bonus that we got from pets a while ago. You had 5 dungeon attempts. And maybe you pulled shards 2 out of those 5. Okay, you got 80 shards. So what'd you do if you were committed to the grind? I'll tell you what I did. I calculated whatever it was, every 45 minutes that it refreshed or every hour, I think, okay, in 4 hours, I'm back in it. I go back in, boom, boom, boom. And I run my dungeons, and I get another 80 shards. It was the only way to bring up a hero's skill ability. And if I remember correctly as well, yes, there was no sweeping. Sweeping! You kids in your sweep, your fancy phones and your sweep. I had to run the dungeon using there was only one option, attack. You had to fight the dungeon. You had to actually beat it. And I would use my Immortep, and I would go into attack, and I would always drop at the top. And I would have all my guys and my PD and all this stuff, and I'd go boom, boom, boom with my 5 heroes, because I have 5 heroes on base, a 5-hero base. And I'd run this bad boy. And you do it 5 times and come back a couple hours later. And when the quest board refreshed, and I believe it was every 8 hours at that time, if that quest board refreshed at 3 in the morning, well, friend, you woke up. You got up out of bed and you did your quest board. And on your way to school, it was uphill both ways in the snow. And that's how we did it. And that builds character. I want to thank you all for tuning in to this video, for giving our friend Immortep a second look. An amazing hero that takes us back to a time in Castle Clash when there was a simpler artistry to the game. It reminds us of ancient Egypt. They may not have had our great technology, but they had a simplicity and an artistry that we can still appreciate today. All right, everybody. Thanks a lot. I'll see you. Bye-bye.